What is going on, IVE Warriors? So today we have the best intermittent fasting schedule for weight loss. And I know that this is something that you guys are super into. You guys want to know what's the best time frame, what's the best way to schedule it for yourself. And this gentleman here, Keto Camp, will go ahead and let us know. After he talks, I'll give my thoughts and then we'll go from there. But for now, let's go ahead and watch the video.
Basis, I like an 18-6 schedule on most days. That's gonna give you enough time to get enough protein in your window and then enough time to lower insulin and activate autophagy and get through these amazing processes. I also like throwing in a 24-hour fast once a week to get some of those other benefits we spoke about when it comes to stem cell production. But an 18-6 with an emphasis on eating breakfast and lunch and skipping dinner is gonna be optimal for you. Your eating window is 8 a.m. and then the kitchen is closed at 2 p.m. Day-to-day basis.
Okay, cool. So I let it run all the way through. Now we're going to go ahead and talk. So he said on a day-to-day basis, he prefers the 18-6. The key word is he prefers an 18-6. What he was saying about getting protein, all that stuff can be done on a 16-8. That can even be done on a 20-hour fasting window and a 4-hour eating window. The truth is, everyone is pretty much different, and what determines what the best schedule for you to do is the best schedule that fits perfectly with your lifestyle and your ability to adhere to that schedule. So for example, if you are doing 20 hours of fasting, 4 hours of eating, but you find yourself never getting a good amount of space or time because of work or being at home to get an adequate amount of food in those 4 hours, you might need to extend it to maybe 6 hours, like he says, 18-6, or 8 hours, the time restricted feeding or time restricted eating. Also, he noted that it's best to eat earlier rather than later. Unfortunately, the studies are moving in that direction. Early time restricted feeding is showing itself to have an advantage over eating at night. However, the advantage is not so overwhelming that if eating at night is better for you, then you should do that, because when at the end of the day, the most important thing is your adherence. How long can you stick to any diet, not just intermittent fasting, but any diet, period? Because the longer you can stick to it, the better it will be for your weight loss goals. Plus, weight regain gets fended off when you can continue to do it and maintain your weight down at whatever weight goal that you had. A lot of people say, oh, but I don't want to continue losing weight. Just because you're doing intermittent fasting doesn't mean you're going to continue to lose weight. If you get to a certain point and you feel satisfied at that point, it might be very, very difficult to continue to lose weight. So you want to kind of keep doing what you're doing, because if you do a diet just to get to a weight and then you stop doing the diet, you will gradually and eventually return back to the weight that you currently are, and possibly, more than likely actually, increase the weight that you are now and way more. So you have to be very careful with that. But adherence is actually the most important thing. And then on top of that, you have to know for your biology what's over fasting. 18 hours can be over fasting for you, and 16 hours might be the sweet spot. Or 18 hours isn't over fasting for you, nor is 20 hours, so you could go a little bit further and still be effective biologically. And how do you know if you're over fasting or not? Simply by using a product like Lumen, which I'm sponsored by them, yes, but I'm only sponsored by them because their product is literally the best intermittent fasting sidekick. So if you want to get your hands on the Lumen, which is a device that you breathe into and it uses your respiratory exchange. It's a respiratory exchange ratio device that can look at the molecules within your breath as you breathe out the fat that you're burning. It can tell if you're burning predominantly fats or if you're burning predominantly carbohydrates. And if you go into a fast, you're burning predominantly fat, and then on hour 17 and a half, you're burning carbohydrates without eating anything, that means your body is already going into glucose neogenesis, and you need to pull it back and probably end at 17 hours or 16 hours to be safe. This is simply looking at your own biology. Everyone's different. Even though we have studies out there, everyone is different. There's always outliers. So you want to make sure that you are being as optimal as possible for yourself, and it might not be a time window that's steady or set like 16 or 18. It might be something like 17 and a half, or it might be something like 20 hours or 21 hours. So you need to figure that out for yourself. Like I said, you can click the link down in the description box below if you want to get a Lumen for yourself to be able to use that device, and just put the promo code FLEDGEFITNESS and you'll get $50 off your Lumen. All right, so I don't really agree with what he's saying. I understand the gist of what he's trying to say. I get the notion of what he's trying to put out there. But the truth is, the best schedule is the schedule that works best for you. Believe it or not. I know it sounds super simple, but that's literally it right there. Does this fit with your lifestyle? Do you feel that you can do this forever? Or is this over fasting for you? Or is this does this keep you within an optimal range where you are super effective with your fat loss, fat burning, and you're not burning into muscle, which is the primary driver for your metabolic rate? Those are the most important things to determine what is the best intermittent fasting schedule for you, because we are all different. He probably does 18-6, and he probably feels that he's seeing a lot of benefits from 18-6. I do the 20-hour fast or the War Mad, which is a hybrid of the Warrior Diet and the OMAD diet. But it's because that works for me. That doesn't necessarily mean it will work for you. The same way 18-6 probably worked for him doesn't necessarily mean that it will work for you. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I love when you guys subscribe. When I see that subscribe, see those subscriptions come in, because I can see it on the back end and I see who you guys are. It touches my heart. So please hit that subscribe button. I'll greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button, and I will see you in the next one. Love you guys. Peace out.